In today's episode of Golf is Ruining My Life, we have finally played together, but who won?
Oh, yes, might have birdied the first. Arrest me. Also, someone is going home with a £50 golf bidder voucher after arguably the most outrageous email involving the Masters we've ever had. It's all to come in the next half an hour.
Oh, well, look what's happened again. Or indeed, listen to what's happened again, because this is an audio way of therapizing and feeling our way through the madness that is golf. It's an audio medium, but also it's available on your YouTubes and all the TikToks and whatever. Well, however you want to get addicted to the golf thinking junk that is Golf is Ruining My Life. Hello.
I gotta say, when you started that sentence, I don't believe you knew where it was ending.
I didn't.
I think you felt it out as you went, and I gotta say, Tom, I for one am a big fan of that. Welcome.
Thank you, mate.
To Great Britain's fourth biggest golf podcast. If you're listening, make sure you go and check us out on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, why don't you just go and listen to some episodes, for goodness sake. We will be delving into Golf Bidder Corner in the second half of this show, so that is exciting. But first, I feel like we need to address the elephant in the room.
Yes, there's a great big, it's a very beautiful elephant. It's an elephant that we have waited for long, dark months. We had, together, Tom, our first proper springy, summery, the smell of cut grass on the breeze, Sunday afternoon, gonna have to put some sun cream on, round of golf. And it was golf, wasn't it? I'm gonna call it, I'd love to say it was perfect because I didn't score great, but do you know what? Tom Price 2025, not worried about scoring, just want to have a nice time. I don't care my handicap's gone up. I don't care that it's 5.6 now. I don't care.
No, it hasn't. It hasn't. It's gone to 5.6.
Yeah. I've had like 3 bad rounds in a row. It's fine.
I jumped up, not because of our last round of golf, but because what happened to me on the Friday round. But let me paint the picture, friends. Me and Price met up at Porters Park Golf Club. I got there. I was there half an hour earlier than you were even there, Tom. Yeah, so I had one of those beautiful moments where the sun was on the terrace. I ordered myself a bacon and sausage sandwich with a flat white.
I didn't know you'd done that before we played.
Yeah, I did that.
That's why you played so well, because you did, man. You played like an Olympian.
I want to shout out Tom Overbury, who commented on the MyEG post, which, by the way, I'm now using MyEG loads more. I know Price uses it all the time, but do give us a follow. Tom Green, Porters Park, Tom Price, Muswell Hill, and you can go and add us and see our scores come in. I want to big up Tom Overbury, who commented on the post saying, I really hope you called the pro shop after the first and asked what the course record was after birdieing the first.
It was a very simple, but what I like about the first at Porters Park is, and it's a lot like the first at Littlestone, it's very, very short. You can really just hop and a skip. You can drive that green, because what is it?
270. 270.
That's you're not far off. I know this will upset you, but you're not far off talking par 3 there, mate.
No, I know. Well, I strongly don't believe a par 3 should ever start with a 2, and you know that. In the past, I'd played it earlier that week and I'd taken driver and realised it wasn't driver on that hole. It was a 7-wood. And listen, if there's any show that would go a shot-by-shot breakdown of their round, it's this. But even by our standards, I believe that's probably a little bit too much. Other than to say, I was 2 over after 9.
You were 2 over after 9, and you were driving the ball incredibly well. My son joined us, and he turned to you after, 3 holes, and went, I can't believe you won under.
I said, don't say it. Don't say it.
Did you go birdie par par?
Went birdie par par.
Because that third, parring the third, that's the first. But it's quite an interesting course, actually, because it's, I think, 2 quite easy-ish holes to start with, and I quite like that, because it gets you into a false sense of security and confidence, and you think, today's the day, this guy, here we go. And then you've got the third, which is much more similar to what is then to come on that course. Long par 4s. And also my course, my home course, is short, man. It's tricky because it's tight, but it's short holes. Whereas suddenly on the third, I'm like, oh my God, this is a driver, and then my 5-wood in. Like, this is a long, long hole.
Yeah, on the third, I went driver 7-wood, out of the bunker 1 putt. The big thing that's changed for me in my game, and this isn't an ad, I can't stress this enough, they've not paid us 1 goddamn penny, is my lab putter. Going from a traditional looking bladed putter to a big, weighty mallet putter has improved my game so much. I don't 3-putt anymore.
No,
I don't even understand the concept of a 3-putt with this thing.
You know that the golf gods are listening and they're taking notes, mate. So why would you say that? Why would
Sorry,
you say
I know.
You're gonna. That's absolutely scuppered your next round of golf. It's true though. You're putting, and I've got to be honest. Maintenance week was an issue for me because the greens, and this is not a diss on Porter's Park. It's a great course. We've got the same problem. Look, my home course, maintenance week has covered all the greens in sand. They were really bobbly. They were slow. They were unpredictable. That's all right. It's that time of year. It's fine. But I'm trying to find excuses because I'm striking the ball. I am striking the ball better than I've ever hit a ball. I think I'm going to sum up my whole round of golf with 2 facts. The first one is the fact that I was sort of also looking after my child, which can make you quite stressed if you're putting a card in, FYI.
Yeah, yes, I did notice that. Carrying his bag a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. It's a lot.
I think halfway down the first, he went, "Daddy, can you carry my bag?" And I was like, "Oh my God, that's the 15th when you ask me that, not the first." So that's one thing to say. But second, I would say that moment on that long par 4 when I hit a 5-wood, 220, and I just stiffed it. Like, it was one of the great shots. It just flew and it went high and it landed. And I was probably, how many feet away, Tom? 10 feet away, maybe?
Yeah, it was that one with the water on the right. It's a longish par 4. We covered the bunkers with the drive, and then it was a lovely shot. It was dead center, but it probably rolled 10, 15 foot because it was at the back of the green, wasn't it? It was a gorgeous shot.
Really nice shot. And then I had that precious thing when you're on a difficult long par 4 and you've got 2 putts and you just think, wow, you're basically going, I've parred a difficult hole. This is amazing. And who knows, I could even hold the birdie, which would be insane. And then I 3-putted, and that made me absolutely wild with rage. That was a pinch point in the mental distress of Tom Price. But it was one of those moments, and I hope we all have this, guys, as we head into this time of year, where I didn't let my bad golf really get me down too much. You didn't get too giddy about how well you were playing because, Tom, you have improved so much. Like, well
Stop
done,
it,
man.
Flo.
Like, I know, but it's not.
Keep going. Tell me more. Tell me more.
Can I get
but
your number?
You know what it is, Tom?
Or...
You know what it is? It's golf's hard. And I had, to some degree, Victor Hovland myself. Because you saw TG Victor Hovland on the game where he won. You didn't see TG Victor Hovland at Royal Wimbledon on Friday when I shot a 92. So it's a very difficult game. When I played Wimbledon on Friday, we played from the tips with my lovely friend Robbie, which made everything very difficult. And I just couldn't get my driver going until the last 5 holes on that course. Yeah. And do you know what? I discovered? And I really paid dividends at Porter's Park on Sunday. My one driver thought.
Go on.
There are no driver thoughts.
Just do it. I
got so bogged down into, okay, push the club out, try and hit a draw, because when you try and hit a draw, you'll control that fade. Oh, my trying to hit a draw is actually making my fade worse. What's going on? Thoughts. What happened? And we can't say too much about this, Tom, but the email we got on Friday.
Yes. Oh my God.
That landed on probably hole 16, 15 when I was playing golf.
On Friday, yeah. I was on the radio. Yeah. You're going to find out all about this in the next couple of weeks. But something very exciting is coming for this show. And I was on the radio, as I say, and I'm getting about... You know when someone sends you a WhatsApp that just goes, mate, next message. Mate, next message. Have you seen? Next message. You need to. Next message. Check. Next message. The emails. Next message. And you're like, bing, 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 bing. So it was exciting.
Then I tried to FaceTime.
Yeah. Dude, on the radio, lad. On the radio. But you were playing golf while that happened. Yes. Did that improve your golf?
Yes. Because do you know what it did? You know what it did? It took me to golf nirvana. There was nothing going on in my head. There was no swing thoughts. All I was thinking was hit the ball, keep moving. I was thinking about the email, hit the ball, and it was that moment that my driving changed because I stopped thinking.
I don't want to be
I don't. It wasn't even slow down, because slow down is something that I'm saying a lot in my golf, and I actually sometimes think that can get in the way. For me now, the no swing thoughts, but if there is, it's just this one. It's just rhythm. It's sway the body. It's the dance. and just think about rhythm, and the rest will take care of itself.
I don't think you can overestimate trusting your swing. And that's something which that's a state of nirvana and bliss that I've probably got to half a dozen times in my life. But that is why you should play 2 or 3 times a week, because by the third time you play, or if you're Matt Holbrook, 3 times a day, but by the third time you play, you're trusting your swing and you just do it and you without even thinking about it. I think it's a curse of the weekend golfer, which we definitely are. Let's be honest. I try and play in the week as much as I can, but it's really difficult. But it is a curse of the weekend golfer, swing thoughts, and the only way to get rid of those. It's a bit like if you go for a run, those first 2 or 3 minutes, every time, no matter how fit you are, every time it's just like, oh my God, oh no.
It's a trudge.
Suddenly you're up and gliding. And I think that golf, those first 2 minutes of a run is like each round of golf. Those first 2 rounds of golf are just like, and then suddenly, and you'll get there. And you were swinging slow, but you're driving like, I don't want to be a dick here, but I remember when we played together, I would outdrive you by a good 10 yards most times. Not a massive amount, but I would confidently outdrive you most times, right? Mm-hmm. That's not the case now. You'd hit a good drive, and I would use your drive to mark where I would be a bit beyond. I'd go, all right, so Tom's hit that. I'll be 10, 15 yards beyond. And then I would hit it, and I drove the one part of my game that was solid. I drove really, really well on Sunday.
Yeah.
And it was the same distance as you, and I'm not sure how I feel about that.
It's mad, isn't it? I'm not saying anything we golfers don't know here, but there's a moment where it all clicks, and I said to you, I wasn't even doing anything. I'm not even going after it. I'm barely going. I'm barely even doing anything. All I'm doing is swaying. Yeah. I'm just using that body weight a bit more. And I think maybe this is where I found myself short of distance, because I think for so long, I started and I was super armsy, right? Yes. I was so armsy. So we got rid of that and we put some turn in. Mm-hmm. But it's more than turn that I need. It's turn and transfer weight backwards and then go forwards. Yeah. And it's that learn for me that's made a really big difference to my distance, because you're not going after it anymore. You're not swinging faster or harder or turning more. You're just transferring weight backwards and then pushing it onto your front foot. Like there was a par 4 where I hit a 5-iron through the air, carry probably 185. Yeah. And I know for a lot of golfers that might be a 7-iron or a 6-iron or whatever, but for me, I never had an iron in my bag that I could carry confidently 185. And what has allowed me to do that is sending my weight backwards. It's the dance, Tom. You said it to me when I hit that shot. You said, golf is a dance. And that is the best way to describe what I've sort of stumbled across accidentally. It's send your weight backwards and then send your weight forwards. And lo and behold, you've gone 15, 20 yards further than you ever have done. Mad.
I think there's a lot, and I know that, I'm conscious that, part of the USP of the show is that we just dive in far too deep into these rounds of golf. But what I love about doing it is that every time we have a round and we end up in the weeds like this, sort of nerding our way through stuff, there's a thought that you come out with that is absolutely so valid for everyone. Because I always imagine people listening to this on their way to play golf. And for me, from watching you and from what we're talking about generally is trust. When you say dance, that is you with active legs and getting the body moving and trusting your swing and thinking, I'm going to hit it. And we all do this thing as amateur golfers. The more we get to those big rounds, the tighter everything gets, the shorter the swing gets, the timing goes wrong. We try and hit it, we try and scoop it up, all those things. And I guess it's the tightrope walk where you just go and you just find that place and you just know your body's going to fix it. Your body, and I'm not saying this to you, Tom, because that would be outrageously flirty. I'm saying it as a generic your body is insane at working out how to do this. So trust it. And I think that is the little thread that we can pull at from talking about Sunday. And it was really good. And you beat me. This is the important thing. Gross. So I think we were on the same on the 18th tee. We were both, what was it, 11 over, I believe, or 12 over?
Yeah. We were both 11 over, I think.
I just had a birdie on 17.
Sorry, we were 11 over because I ended up 12 over. That's how I finished.
And part of me thought, well, that's good, isn't it? I'm not going to lose to Tom. And then I hit trees, bounced out the trees, and then I thought I'd take a a lavish Hollywood 5-wood and hit the green 230 yards away. And instead, and I did hit the most gorgeous 5-wood. God, I was striking the ball well. Just a bit left. But of course, when you're hitting a ball 230 yards and it's a little bit left, that becomes a little bit left when it's over 230 yards. So I was in the trees on the left, which again, it bounced out. And I nearly got up and down, but I didn't. So I got a double. So I lost by a shot. But look, there was no winning and losing. Golf was the winner. And
Golf was the winner.
I was so tired after carrying my son's golf bag around the course. That was knackering. But it was amazing.
Quickly just dive back into something you said, and can I quote...
We need to do ads, by the way, lad. We're late for ads, but yeah, by all means do.
Colin Montgomery. I'm going to quote Colin Montgomery here.
Why not? Yeah, go on.
Yeah, because I was watching an episode of Golf Life, Tubes and Ange, and what's his face? Oh, the footballer one.
Oh, I don't know.
Bullard.
Oh, yeah, Jimmy Bullard.
And they were playing with Colin Montgomery, and he mentioned something you've just said, which is you got to commit to every single shot. Right? So no matter what it is, no matter what iron you're pulling, whatever the shot is, whether it's a little chip, you've got to be 100% behind that shot. Because when you're not behind that shot, that's when you decelerate, that's when you quit on it, and nothing ever good comes from that.
Oh, it's so true.
As you set up, even if there's been doubt over the bag and the yardage, is it a soft one, is it a hard one, whatever it is, commit to that shot, because that's how you get at least half decent results. And he's like, if I commit to something and it goes badly, then I'm angry, but at least I committed. If I don't commit to something and it goes badly, I didn't even commit in the first place.
Also, I'd just like to say, and we should go to ads, Colin Montgomery, my neighbour, works in a quite famous restaurant in London town, and Colin Montgomery was so nice and the most wonderful man in the restaurant, not knowing who this neighbour of mine was from Adam, just like, random waiter. He was so nice to that waiter, gave a really generous tip, and really top guy. So well done, Monty, for being good at golf and being good as being a person.
It doesn't surprise me. He comes across so well in this video. He's almost like he behaves in life like he's always hosting a corporate do. That's how I describe him. He's so always good. On. He's always on.
Yeah, God, he's about to do a little speech. He's about to do a little speech thanking the greenkeepers. All right, look, we're going to have a little break, and then we're going to be back with some Golf Bidder email corner action. Don't go anywhere. Hello, welcome back. It is Golf is Ruining My Life, and it's clearly not at the moment because Tom and I had the most magnificent time on Sunday. We've been getting your emails in. Keep these coming every single Thursday. The second half of the show is going to be the email corner, and our favourite email, we're going to read out a few, and our favourite email is going to win £50 to spend at Golf Bidder. Not a bad prize, I think you'll agree.
Yeah, we get loads of messages on this show saying, we love the podcast, how can we help, what can we do to help you guys out, blah, 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 because obviously we don't charge for any of the podcasts or anything, because that would be mad. So there is a really easy way of helping. In the description of this podcast and in our link tree on social media, there is a link to Golf Bidder's website. We are working with them all summer. If you click on that link and you want to go and treat yourself to a golf club, that would help us out.
That does help.
Okay?
That really does make a difference. Yes.
If there's something that you want, if you want to get into improving your game this summer, and there's a golf club that you've been putting off that's a few years old, click the link in our description, treat yourself to it, and that's a really good way of helping us. Or send us an email and get that £50. Price, do you want to start with the emails today?
Yeah, I'm going to start with Stuart Barry, who sent me an email that has made me laugh so much. He's 35 and a quarter, which is...
Hi, Stuart.
I'm a very big fan of you putting your ages almost as if it's a handicap. If we could go with that from now on. He's off 35.3 age-wise. He's in Aberdeenshire. Hello, Tom 1 and Tom 2. Oh, that's nice of him to say hello to you as well, Tom. I had a lesson Tom 2 weeks ago from a coach I'd started using. After trying a few others and not feeling they were ideal for me, I thought I'd settled on one to help me improve. That's always nice, isn't it, Tom? When you find the coach, you find your guy. I've been struggling with flipping more than Simone Biles. I don't get that. Should I know who that is?
Don't get that. Who's that?
I think she's a gymnast. Sorry, mate.
Okay, fine. Sorry, I'm not
terrible. And I'm a bit of a slow learner, so getting the moves to stick after years of bad habits is a bit glacial. At the end of the lesson, I said I was going to go away and do some hard work on making the desired moves.
Yeah, like we all say. Well, I'll work on that for next week, mate. Don't worry, I'll put some hours in the range. Yeah, lol.
Exactly. Yeah. I'll do my homework, and I'd like to come back in a month or so and see how I was improving and measured what had changed. The coach said, "No, don't bother. Just go and enjoy your golf." What? As he walked me out, I said to him, I'd be in touch. And the coach said, "Enjoy your summer." Here's my golf swing. It's like a date, isn't it? So shall we?
Yeah.
Will I see you again? No. Enjoy your life.
Enjoy your
summer.
Have
a really good life. Not sure. Is my golf swing so damaged beyond repair that he is turning away easy money? Not sure what to do now. I've been trying to work out the movement at the driving range, but the TrackMan tracer for the sessions looks like a firework, and I don't want to go on the course and spray it everywhere, shouting 4 on every hole. How disheartening. Stuart, chill out, man. Chill out, dude.
Chill out, man. I think we are on the namaste of golf right now. Yeah, I think, one, maybe find a new coach who will work with you a little bit more, because I think you have been dumped, and I'm sorry to say that, Stuart. I think you've been dumped.
Well, hang on. I would say a lot of coaches know that in getting the coaching, you can start to pull your game apart. So, maybe he just no, you've been dumped. Sorry, I can't see it. You've been dumped.
No, sorry about that. But yeah, just enjoy your golf. Don't stress about it too much. I think I'm obviously in a weird spot after playing on Sunday and really enjoying it, and being in a position where I actually worked on nothing and it sort of all came together. Get on the course, make sure you're enjoying yourself, and improvements will come, and find a coach who will work with you more. Stuart, we love that email. Unfortunately, that isn't the email though, is it, Price?
Oh God, he's already had enough rejection, Tom.
Oh, God, sorry.
Bloody hell, man. Stuart, thank you for your email. And I would say, final note on this, get yourself out, go and play 9 holes by yourself of an evening, if you can, at your nearby course. And don't worry about doing scores and stuff. And that moment when you've had lessons and you're spraying it everywhere is a really worrying moment, but you have to just plow through. Just remember, my last golf lesson, I recorded the audio of my golf lesson so I could listen back to it and go over the stuff. Just remember the 2 or 3 big takeaways. Keep going, and it will come. But it's a tough moment after a lesson. It's a tough moment because it can really mess things up.
Hello to Reese saying, morning, afternoon, evening, fellas. Been listening to the show for a few years now, and you've definitely got me through some long drives.
Excellent.
Before I start, let me set the scene a little bit. Myself and 3 pals had paid £25 for a round at our local municipal course. We're all relatively new to golf and still shooting over 100. Nothing wrong with that. Cool. You found the right podcast. Everything was going smoothly until the turn. We stopped at the halfway hut for a burger. Oh, lavish. I can't imagine playing a back 9 after a burger, guys, but good work. Oh. Which we assumed would be cooked and ready to go. However, they weren't, and we had to wait for them to be cooked. We watched 2 groups that were behind us go through, which we thought was no problem, until we started walking to the tent, and a marshal on a municipal, by the way, you don't see that very often. A marshal told us that we were now in the middle of a match, and we shouldn't really let us carry on.
What?
Wow. This is mad.
I don't think that's a marshal. I think that's just a local busybody who's got themselves a golf buggy and a high-vis jacket. Get lost. What are you talking about?
So essentially what they're saying is this would be like if you teed off one of the final tee times before like the Saturday roll-up, I guess.
Yeah.
And then you found yourself in the middle of the Saturday roll-up. But it doesn't mean anything, does it? So? Doesn't matter.
But you could just wait for the match to sort of pass. I mean, how many? If it's a match, it's usually a 6, isn't it? That's usually 6 tee times or whatever. So if 3 of them have gone through, just wait a bit and then go after them. What?
And also, what does it matter? What does it matter?
Oh, yeah, that's right. What does it matter?
It's totally meaningless. To which I replied, well, no, we've paid for 18, so we'd either like to play 18 or have some money refunded. I think you should just be able to play 18. So anyway, we carried on playing and trying to catch back up to let us play through. The match group, both in front and behind us, did not help matters at all. As we were waiting to tee off on the 11th, they were making their scorecards on the green for so long it gave the group behind us time to slice their ball onto our green.
Oh, wow.
And did they let us play through first? No, of course they didn't.
What a mess. What a mess. Oh, I hate this sort of thing.
Walking down the 12th is where the fun happens.
Oh, popcorn.
The marshal came and told us to hurry up and get in front, to which I replied, that's not fair. We're clearly an easy target because we're not very good. This makes me so sad. You should never have to apologise for your standard of golf.
No.
And he needs to tell them as well, as they're not helping. At this point, the group in front started shouting to hurry up. Oh, God. So I shouted back, calm down, fellas. It's Panshanga. It must be the golf course, not Augusta. Marshall wasn't happy about this and told me to let him do his job. 13th hole comes round, and they've waited for us to play through. I duff the tee shot.
Oh, I love it.
So to finish things off, I hit a club twirl, turn back and reply, "Cheers, lads," and carry on with the rest of the round. Apologies for the lengthy email. Hope you enjoy it. P.S. Is it Morocco?
Yes.
Thanks, Reese Parrott. Well done, Reese. It's a great email. It nearly was the email, but just
it was
not
very
quite.
close. It's coming second, but Reese, stay in touch and try again, because we're going to be doing this all summer. So keep us up to date with your summer. This for me is the winner of the email of the week, and congratulations to Jamie Tucker. You, my friend,
Price, I'm just going to sit back and enjoy this email, because obviously I read it when it landed in the inbox, but I'm just really looking forward to you telling this story of Jamie Tucker.
So can I just say, before we begin Jamie Tucker's email, congratulations, you've won £50 to spend at Golf Bidder.
Thank you, Golf Bidder.
It's brilliant. Thank you, Golf Bidder. This email is so good. When we got this, Tom and I have both got the Golf is Ruining My Life email on our phones. And every now and again, we might WhatsApp each other. This email is so good, I instantly WhatsApped Tom and went, "Oh, mate." I said, Jamie Tucker has messed up big time.
Okay, lads, sit back, get the popcorn out, because you're about to feel like a much better person post Jamie Tucker email.
Dear Tom and Tom, I'm emailing in the hope of receiving your impartial and knowledgeable view on my current situation. Both my dad and I are keen golfers, and it's fair to say he got me into the sport at a young age, with coverage of the majors and the Ryder Cup being on the telly at home whenever they were played. Lovely.
Pause. What an honour it is to have your father play golf and to bring you into this sport from an early age. Yes. I would say you owe him big time.
I would say yes.
He's got you into one of the greatest sports, and you've got a passion to share with your father for the rest of your life. So I can only imagine that at any opportunity you would give back to that.
Oh, of course, that's a debt you could probably never fully pay back, but you could try, couldn't you, Tom?
You could try.
We have on occasion spoken about the idea of one day going to the Masters together after a friend spent a fortune to go a few years ago and unsurprisingly had the time of his life. So this is a Masters-based story, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
Fast forward to April last year, and my wife tells me she may have an in at the Masters, and there could be an opportunity for me to go one day. I would stick with that wife. Let me tell you that first of all.
Pause. I think it's so funny when I'm going to be generic, but 98% of the audience is male. When my wife or the wives come out with something golf related, there is a high percentage chance that it's going to be unreal and that they've just kept it from you in a really weird way, and because they don't understand the significance of it. So your wife going, "I think I've gotten in at Augusta National," like I would have dropped my dinner. I would have. Sorry, you've left it until now to tell you you've gotten in at Augusta National.
It's so true when they casually mention, my maiden name's Hovland. Yeah, Victor was my cousin. What?
What? Why haven't you just told me?
20 years I've been with you.
I don't know if you know, Tiger Woods used to live next to my dad. What?
Yeah, I've got him on WhatsApp. Long story short, it turns out one of her clients is a patron of Augusta National and has since invited me and a +1 to a couple of days at the Masters this year,
Insane.
as well as setting up a few rounds of golf at some of Georgia's finest country clubs.
Jamie Tucker, you lucky boy.
Jamie Tucker, lucky man. Yeah. It goes without saying that I immediately accepted his invitation, and I'll be flying out this coming Saturday for a week of pure golf heaven with...
Oh, well, so it's Dad, isn't it? It's got to be Dad. Big golf dad, big golfer. You owe him.
With my best mate. And not, as you might have expected, my dad.
Jamie.
I know.
Jamie Tucker, you naughty mucker.
He's not said anything about feeling disappointed or hurt, but my decision to completely shun him. But I've spoken to my mum about it, who has said he's not mentioned it to her either. That's
because dads don't express emotion. Mm-hmm. Dads bottle it up.
He's gone to the emotions bunker. Never good when they come out of there.
Never good.
But I get the vibe. He may well be a little sad. What a good son you are. So, as you can probably imagine, my guilt levels are pretty high. To make matters worse, a colleague of my wife will be joining us on this trip with his dad.
Okay, good. Fine. Oh, God.
Question. Am I the worst son in the world for offering my best mate the +1 instead of my dad? Or is going with my best mate a perfectly reasonable action for a 44-year-old man, and am I therefore overthinking it? Also, what level of Augusta National merch is going to be enough to ease any sadness he may have, any guilt? I'd buy him a green jacket, mate, if I were you.
Yeah, I mean, I would get him a car parking space. That's the only way you're going to be able to say sorry. Also, yes, I'll take some merch. Thanks, Jamie Tucker.
Oh, yeah,
Cheers,
if you
mate.
could, Jamie. Yeah, Jamie.
Cheers,
get
mate.
a couple of
Thanks,
ball
Jamie
markers.
Tucker.
That's not a joke. Please do. I look forward to hearing your kind, rational, and compassionate thoughts on this. Please go easy on my fragile soul. Well, look,
Okay, Jamie. Okay, Jamie.
Jamie,
You know,
JT.
we've come at this hard. There's no doubt about it. We've come at this hard.
Yeah, we
I
have.
think it is a hard decision because this is something I have a lot as well. Because both my father-in-law plays golf, my uncle plays golf, my best mate plays golf, and sometimes you get these opportunities where you can only bring you can only bring one person, and I've had it a lot. And it can get a little bit awkward when they go, "Why didn't you take me?" And it's like, "Well, I took you to this thing."
Yeah.
So I feel a little bit of sympathy on Jamie because it is a hard decision, but I think it probably should have been Dad.
So what I'm going to say is, I agree with you, Tom. What I'm going to say is, listen, first of all, Jamie, congratulations. You've just won £50 to spend at Golf Bidder. I would suggest maybe that £50 goes in your dad's direction, just off the top of my head. I would say that is a Dadwoods voucher, maybe, perhaps. Secondly, I would suggest to your dad that it's something you could do again. Go into the Masters, maybe in a couple of years you can go out again. So maybe throw that idea into the mix. And thirdly, I would spend so much money on merch, it's not true. You have got to come back. We're talking like a jacket, not the green jacket, although that would be good. But we're like a nice gilet, or you've got to come back with stuff, or maybe even something crazy like a Masters golf bag. I know you can get incredible stuff out there.
Yeah, they're cool. They're really cool.
They're going to be expensive. But yeah, definitely get him the merch. And from a therapy point of view, I would definitely just speak to your dad and say, sorry, are you okay about me doing this? It's too late now, obviously, but it's probably worth doing that, Jamie. But that's more.
But don't
sort of
worry,
life
because
advice
when you speak to him, you can go, "Don't worry, mate. I told the story on a podcast, the Great Britain's fourth biggest one, and sorry, you were not okay with that. Don't worry, because here's a £50 Golf Bidder voucher. Cheers.
Yeah.
And that will solve all your. That was such a good email, Tom. I really loved that email. Well done, Jamie.
Thank you very much, Jamie. And keep these emails coming. thetoms@golfersruiningmylife.co.uk. We want to hear your golfing stories, your golfing tepid takes, what has been going on with you this year. Any good stuff that you've got, get in touch with us. And our favourite one, every Thursday, we'll win £50 to spend at Golf Bidder.
That's right. Or if you're on YouTube, just post a comment below so we check all the YouTube comments as well. We will accept YouTube comments. That's also a really easy way of doing it. And as we said, if you want to give back to the show, the best way of doing it is hit that link tree. Just go and check Golf Bidder's website out.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Maybe treat yourself, because we've made loads of videos with them and there are some absolute bargains on there.
Yeah.
I played 18 holes with my golf clubs I wanted as a junior golfer. And guess what, Tom? Oh. They were like 80 quid and they hit unbelievably and they were amazing. So,
There's
go and
so
check
much
it
good
out.
stuff
And
on
thank
there.
you to Golf Bidder for working with us all summer and keeping this good ship afloat.
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much, Golf Bidder. And also let us know if you've ever betrayed the love of your father. All right, that's all we've got time for. Stay in touch.
Bye now.
We'll see you
Till
soon.
next
Bye-bye.
time. Cheers.